Hello, ladies and gentlemen in non-binary. Welcome! I'm Kelly Williams, also known as Shutterlift. So, a long time ago when FPV first started out, frames and designs were very different. And what I came across on the internet was an old frame that I had a long time ago. And so what I'm going to do today is kind of revamp that old frame with modern electronics and motors. So what I'm going to be working on is the Diotone number 17. It's going to look like this, hopefully. Well, with modern stuff. And then Diotone. Look what it reads. Yes, that is right. The happy time accompanying with you. I love English. Alright, so basically I'm going to try and build this frame and I have a little electronics package that I pulled out of another quad because I put a DJI system in there, so I have this full bolt-on ready to go thing. I got a camera, everything. It's an all-in-one unit with a 4-in-1 ESC. This is one of the early ones, but it's a lot moderner than what was moderner? It's a lot more modern than what was out when that frame was made. So, we're gonna put these motors on some Sunny Sky Edge Racing, and I got these because they were $6 a piece. Can you believe that? And they're good motors. They're 2206, I think, 2100 kV, so a little bit low on the kV. But for the price, you just can't go wrong. I mean, $6 a motor. Of course, they were on sale on Buddy RC, so I bought 4 of them, and I thought this would be a great project for it. So let's get started. All right. Okay, so let's see what it all came with. These frames were cool back in the day. They had a bunch of different ones, and Diotone didn't know what to call them, so they just called them numbers. And so, number 17, version 3.0. And remember, always remember, the happy time accompanying with you. All right, so this is actually it's a glass fiber frame. It's a lot of pieces. It is massive. It is huge. Look at that. But the cool part is it's a PDB. Well, it's cool and it's not cool. It's a PDB in the frame, so if you break the frame, you're just screwed. So we'll get this all put together, but here we go. So we have, all these are parts of the frame. I don't know how it goes together. We just have to, I don't really remember. It was a long time ago that I built one of these. So we just have to go off of the handy dandy little card here. And we got that, the frame there, some motor arms here. So yeah. So here's the PDB. So you can solder right onto the here. I don't remember how this works, but we'll figure it out if we even use that. It also came with props. Look at that, a frame that came with props. I might actually use these because they could be kind of fun. What are they? They are, 5.3. Oh no, these will just, they will just bend and you'll get that weird harmonic, just yucky sound. So we probably won't use those. Little things, because you have to space the old frames. I don't know if you can see this. Zoom in. So underneath right there, those little rubber balls go, and it's supposed to dampen the whole frame. I guess that was the early days of putting rubber standoffs to pad your flight controller. Back in the day, what we would use was the good old CC3D flight controller running OpenPilot, which I absolutely loved. I mean, I used it. There was the Naze 32 and the KK2 board or whatever, and they were all great systems, but I found that the OpenPilot was the beta flight of the before times. And the CC3D board was phenomenal. It flew so good, at least from what I remember. But so yeah, there you have it. This is what we had back in the day. And so we're I think it would be kind of fun to get these new motors. I mean, it might just rip the arm off with all that torque of the modern motors, but I guess we'll just have to find out. All right, so the first thing we got to do is put on the arms, and the instructions are. Well, the instructions are the instructions, so that's all they're gonna be. So remember, well, maybe you don't remember. Remember this? This is, we used to use board cameras. Do I have? I don't think I have one laying around, but we used to use board cameras, and there was no up tilt. It was just looking straight ahead. So if you wanted to go faster, you just point the quad down. You should be looking at the grass, just going as fast as you could, not knowing where you're going to go. So we're probably not going to use that because, yeah, a little camera wouldn't even fit there. So, yeah, so let's get to it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple build. The crummy part about these frames is they were so fragile that the second that you even thought about crashing, an arm would break off, and they only give you 4 arms, and they never sold replacement parts for these things. So there's nothing you could do. You'd have to buy a whole new frame, and these frames were expensive back in the day. It was, well, for somebody broke like me back in the day, it was like, I don't know, they were $25. And that's why you'd get them, because they were actually cheap comparative to what was out there. You know, there was some carbon fiber frames that were coming on the market, like some of the TBS stuff. But those were really expensive, and the hardware wasn't really that great back then, and so you're very likely to crash, and to break $100 frame was just crazy back then. So yeah, so this is what we bought. Well, this is what I bought. I don't know, maybe some other guys were cool and were like, yeah, we're doing carbon fiber from the early days back in 2013. That wasn't me. This was me. The Diotone number 17. Well, that was stupid. That's the worst design ever, as you can see. These are the little guys here. So talk about soft mounting. Woo! My gosh, look at the amount. Okay, so there's all the electronics packed in there. Look at that for size comparison. We can fit everything. So yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting. Real quick, so old Diotone frame, number 17. And modern-ish Diotone frame. This one's a couple years old, but still a great frame. Same Diotone. I don't know what this one's called. But one of my favorite frames. This is my first successful quad frame, and I just have an extra frame just in case. But yeah, there's just the difference a couple years will make there. From glass fiber to carbon fiber and aluminum. Pretty dope. Alright. Okay, so I had to get really, really creative on this mounting this whole setup. I had to use some of my bling. See it? I was hoping to use that on a more reputable quad, but yeah, I had to use my bling spacers, which I love bling, and I had to use some spacers in there, and I only have like a few threads of bite because everything's just like not the right size, because this thickness of this stuff is just, it's an odd size. So yeah, but it's on there. And now it's double soft mounted. We have the and the, let's see if we can get a little less, but no vibration should be going to, oh wait, maybe if I move this it'll, oh yeah, it's got some wiggle. There's like 8-axis wiggle there. Yeah. Yeah, this one comes out the back. This one comes slightly out the front. Oh god. I must be missing something, because that's just, right? That's just, oh no. I tried though, I tried. Okay, let's try again. Try harder, Kelly, try harder. Whatever. Whatever. I give up. It is gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay, so there you have it with the motors on. As you can see, they are far from perfect. Makes you very much appreciate modern frames and some sense of standardization, because as you can see, these two go backwards and these two are slightly forwards. They just, I don't know. Well, now that it's quite late, and that was quite a lot of work, more than I was expecting. But that's okay, we have it completed, and this is what it looks like. You can see there is definitely some room in there. I mean, oh my gosh. It's like a skeleton. I'm gonna go with these big old 4-bladed props, just because it's low kV, so we just need all the grip we can get, and I live at a high altitude, near 7,000 feet, so yeah, we need all that we can. We gotta get rid of the suspension, because I don't know if I could show you this. If it shifts over, it can just no bueno. So yeah, so hopefully once the snow melts a little bit, since we just got some snow, I can get it on a test flight. So yeah, I'm going to call it Nuevo Viejo, Old New. I think that's a perfect name for it. It stopped snowing. Imagine that. So we're gonna go all out. Got the Hero 9 on there, which is kind of spooky, since these arms, they feel like they're just gonna break the second I do a punch out. So we'll see. And it's the first time I'm gonna be flying with the analog system on the DJI goggles, so it's a new thing for everything. So hopefully it doesn't crash. All right, let's do this. Ooh, it is so smooth. Oh my god. It doesn't have much power. Ooh, man, that's... Wow, it's heavy. It's like flying a boat. Damn. It is. Oh, it flies smooth, but has no power. Real low kV. Low on the kV there. Yeah, it's hard to do anything. Maybe it's because of this GoPro now. Because the GoPro Hero 9 weighs like 5 pounds. Oh my god, yeah. Ooh. It's taking everything as no. It's not fast at all. But the crazy part is, this is a really old frame. And it's actually flying kind of like a normal quad. Okay, I think that's all the battery has. All right, so we just put a new pack on. And we took off the Hero 9 because this thing is a monster. It weighs a ton, but the footage is, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm going to review this because it's like the first new thing that I've ever had that I could review. So, yeah, love it. But it's heavy. Not for this setup. So we're going to try and go naked and see how that rolls. So, because it was flying like crap. Oh my God. Had no power. So hopefully it was just that GoPro on there. So, let's see. Let's record. How do I record? There we go. Okay, I'm recording DVR on the goggles. Let's do it. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Wow. You wouldn't be, oh my gosh, it flies so good. You would never be able to tell that this is an ancient frame. It's gets a little caught by the wind. I don't want to crush it because I'll be it. Got some weird things going on, but that's got some pling. Ooh, there's some wind up there. But it's fast. Gosh, this is an old frame, and look at how well it's doing. This goes to show that $100 frame doesn't make the quad. Ooh, it's a little, it could use some tuning. This is the tune that came off of my Oh My God freestyle, so it could definitely use some tuning. But overall, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is a frame from like 2014. Oh, it didn't break. I would have thought it would have broken. It's doing good though. Oh my God. It flies really good. I'm so surprised. It's a little funky. But it's impressive for what is it, $24 in motors, a couple cents in the frame. I am impressed. Very, very impressed. Okay. Yeah, I am very impressed. The motors are low kV, so they don't have the hit, but gosh, it's fun. It flies good. I think I'm just gonna keep flying it, just like it is. Oh, okay. I'm so happy that worked. That is so cool. All right, let's land it. So to sum this whole thing up, it flew amazing. Without the GoPro, but the GoPro, it's more made for. The Hero 9 is made for these, for Cinewhoops. I mean, there are people that fling them around on freestyle frames, and they're just a lot better than I am, so they can do that. But without the GoPro, it flew fantastic. And it's just kind of a testament to how far electronics have come in FPV. I could just stick new electronics on this really old, outdated glass fiber frame, and it flew almost as good as this guy. That's saying something. That really is saying something, that we're getting pretty far in this hobby right now. We're kind of in our heyday. So, which is really cool to kind of see the transition coming up and from this frame into new stuff. So it's a fun time to be in FPV. So if you're not in FPV, get into it. It's great. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.